However, the coronavirus, as of today, still has no cure. Neither is there a vaccine. The only available means of defense against this pandemic is the containment measures that we have continued to give. And in doing so, as this new phase of our being responsible to ourselves begins, it has been going on, but since yesterday, let it be clear that the torch of responsibility as to whether you are safe or not safe has been passed to you, has been passed to the church, has been passed to the office, has been passed to the county government, has been passed to Kenyans in general. This responsibility is clear. And this responsibility is not difficult. We learned a long time ago what to do so that you don't get AIDS. And government does not sing every day about not getting AIDS because you know what it is. Over the last over 100 days, we have told Kenyans every single day, we have told Kenyans exactly what to do so that you do not get the virus, and so that you can save your family and your people. And we are so happy and so encouraged by all those who have picked up this motto and have continued to do so. As we travel around the country, we see people wearing masks, we see conscious people who will not allow you to come very close to them, we see conscious people who are staying away from their parents or keeping very long distances so that they can speak to them. And this is encouraging. Today's statistics are that 183 people have tested positive to the disease from a lower figure of samples of 2,061. The total case load now stands at 8,250. out of about 193,455 samples tested so far. From those positive cases, 177 people are Kenyans, while 6 are foreigners, and in terms of gender spread, 119 are male, while 64 are female. In terms of age, the youngest is 4 years old, while the oldest is 79. Nairobi continues to lead with 100 people today. Machakos at 37, Kiambu 14, Mombasa 13, Kajiado 11, 5 Nakuru, and Busia has 3 new cases. Nairobi, where the intensity is, Westlands area has 30, the Kibera area has 20, Dagoretti North 17, Langata has 8, Embakasi East, Embakasi South, Starehe, and Makadara all have 5 cases each, while Kamukunji, Roysambu, Ruaraka carry the other ones. You will get this in the report that we are going to issue to you. The other details are also in the report. But for instance, in Kajiado, there are 11 cases. Kajiado Central has 5, Kajiado North has 3, Kajiado West has 2, and Kajiado East has 1. The Molo and Gilgil area in Nakuru have 1 case each. The Nakuru West area has some 3 cases, while Teso South and Matayos in Busia have 2 and 1 case respectively. Today, we are once again delighted to inform you that 90 patients have been discharged from various hospitals, bringing a total number of recoveries to 2,504. I want to thank our healthcare workers for their continued dedication to work, which has enabled us to achieve this result. Sadly, may I also report that 3 more patients have also passed on, bringing the fatality to 167. I want to send our heartfelt condolences to the family and the friends of the departed. Finally, during this new phase that we have started in the fight against the disease, I want to make a special appeal to our people. Once again, and repeat once again, please exercise individual responsibility. Our cooperation and unity in this fight will enable us to overcome. And it is possible. I know that in many parts of the world, what has been happening is that as soon as they open up, within a week, they close down again. As soon as they open schools, they close down again. Essentially because as soon as you open, people think that you opened because you have now contained the disease. Let me make it clear. We did not open because we have contained the disease. We opened for 2 reasons. Number 1 is the balance between economic activity and our health concerns, predicated on the fact that we now believe that Kenyans can do both. We are convinced that Kenyans are responsible enough to be able to carry on economic activities while at the same time, observing the measures to protect themselves and to protect their families. It is this belief in our people. It is this belief in Kenyans. It is a belief that we all care, and we all care so much that we care enough for us to be able to continue with what we are doing. The ball, as the saying goes, is in your court. Let me add a rider here, for the benefit of everybody and fellow Kenyans, and the reason why it is so important to protect yourself wherever you are. There will be no lifting of people from counties to Nairobi. In a little while, as we see the progress in hospitals today, there will be no capacity for you to be brought to Nairobi for treatment, because chances are by the time you are being brought to Nairobi, Nairobi itself will already have been overwhelmed if it comes to that. And it's good to call a spade instead of a big spoon. It's good to be honest with you, fellow Kenyans. Where we are heading is so unpredictable that we cannot say that the hospitals that we have here in the city will cope. We don't know. We are doing our best. We are increasing capacity. We are increasing another 500 beds, for example, in KU. We are increasing the treatment centers. We are moving ventilators and other equipment into our hospitals. But that is not to say that we will cope. So if you are in Wajir, if you are in Nyeri, if you are in Kakamega, I think you should, as a citizen, part of your responsibility, you should be harassing your government to make sure that they have got the facilities to take care of you when you get sick. Because, listen to me, there will be no airlifting to Nairobi. Just like today, if you fell unwell, people are not talking about going to India or going to London or going to the US anymore. That is how it is. And let's be honest and clear about it. Kama huwezi kupita kwa barabara wakati magari inapita na mbio, basi vile usikabilie mtu mwingine ambaye hana barakoa, haweki hatua. Kwa hivyo jameni, tusije tukafikiria kuna mtu mwingine ambaye sasa sisi anatuangalia. Lazima wewe mwenyewe ujiangalie, ujichunge. Jukumu la kibinafsi ni saa hii, sio kesho. Jukumu la kulinda familia yako sio ya serikali, sio ya polisi, ni yako wewe mwenyewe binafsi. Ukiwa utaenda kutembelea mzazi huko Kisumu ama Nyeri ama Kakamega, basi sio tu kumpelekea mkate, umpelekee barakoa ama mask, umpelekee sanitizer, umpelekee sabuni ya kunawa mkono, kwa sababu hiyo chakula ambao unampelekea, hiyo sukari ambao unampelekea, ukimpelekea na ukae karibu na yeye na wewe hujui kama una virusi ama huna, basi unajua ni kitu gani itafanyika. Kwa hivyo jameni, ni lazima tugeuze vile sisi tunaishi. Hatuwezi kuendelea kuishi kawaida wakati ambao iko virusi ambayo sio ya kawaida.
We have two types of tests. We have what we call the manual test, which has a lower throughput, and the automatic one, where we simply feed the specimens into the machine and it does the work for you. So when we are running with the manual kits, this slows us down a bit, but now I'm glad to report that we have the automatic kits, and very soon again you'll see us ramping our testing capacity. For the mortalities that we have reported today, again, like with the previous cases, age of more than 60 years is a big risk factor. Any coexisting medical condition is also a big risk factor, like the 2 people out of the 3 who died, who are reported today. One had chronic myeloid leukemia, which is a type of blood cancer. The other gentleman had diabetes. But of note is the 30-year-old who did not have any coexisting comorbidity. So again, this behoves us that the disease is here with us and nobody is immune. You could be as fit as a fiddle, but you get a more severe type of COVID-19 and you could easily succumb to the disease, notwithstanding that you don't have a comorbidity. Our curve, yes, we have not hit our peak yet, and we told you a few months ago that as we approach our peak, we will be reporting numbers in terms of triple digits. And for the past 2 or 3 weeks, we have always reported more than 100 cases. Our curve is predicted to peak at around August, September, but as I've always told you, nature does not obey science. It's very, very difficult to tell when we'll peak, but with the numbers and also opening of or lifting of the restriction movements, if we don't exercise that responsibility and we seed infections at the county level, then the peak could even come earlier, which will not be good for us, because in that case, there's a risk that our healthcare system will be overwhelmed.